Hey, what's good, y'all? Fusion here, back with another video. Today we're going to go ahead and be talking about the All-Star teams. They have fully been released, and I just want to talk about them real quick. So let's go ahead and start with the starters from the West. We got Jokic, LeBron, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Kevin Durant, and Luka Doncic. They got these right. I think that they've all been playing well. I think that Luka, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Jokic are all in the conversation for MVP. And I think Luka is sort of edging out Shai Gilgeous, but not by much, I think. And I don't even think Jokic is that far behind. I think he's still due for a crazy 50, 25, 25 game or some random shit like that. I could see him doing that. And he'll make it look like he's just out there playing in horse races. So, yeah. But no surprise that LeBron is the captain. He's probably, if not the most famous basketball player out there. Is he the best right now? No. Is he the best all time? I still think not, but he's gonna go down as top 3 of all time for sure. So him being that captain, not surprising there. Let's go ahead and head to the East real quick. Actually, I do sort of want to talk about both of the starters, and then I want to go to the reserves. But we have Giannis, Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, Damian Lillard, and Jason Tatum. Missing Jalen Brunson. You could sneak him in there. I think he should be over Damian Lillard personally. But other than that, you got 2 MVPs, possible MVPs. We got Joel Embiid and Giannis. Giannis has been playing great. We all know that Joel Embiid has been playing great. I want to give a shout out to Tyrese Halliburton. I think he was in that conversation for MVP until he got injured. I don't know if he would have dropped any 70 crazy points or anything like that, but I do think he will have and continue to have a great season. And once he gets back healthy, and once him and Siakam sort of learn how to play together more, then I think it'll be a really solid Pacers team, and a team you really don't want to see in the playoffs, I think. Damian Lillard, he's great still, obviously. But I still got to edge Jalen Brunson. Pause. I still think Jalen Brunson is a little bit better than Damian Lillard right now. So I think he should have been in there. And I like where Jason Tatum's at. Those are the starters here. So before we do get to the reserves, I do want to ask you guys to become a member. It would mean a lot, man. I think it's like $2. I'll have it linked in the description down below. Who wants to be our first member? I would love for us to get our first member and, shout them out or maybe invite them in on a video. You also do get some cool perks with that. You get a loyalty badge. You get a thing called Smurfy Wars. You pick 2 players, either from the NBA or the NFL, and we just, have a debate on who is better. That's pretty basic there. And then we also have Fix Your Team. You tell us your favorite NFL or NBA team. You give me about a week or so, and I'll watch them, and I'll try to learn how they play, and I'll tell you how I would fix them. I do watch a lot of NBA, so I have seen a lot of teams play. I really hope that Cavs team can gel, because I like watching the Cavs. I like Donovan Mitchell. I like Karis LeVert. I like Jared Allen. I really like that team, and I think that they could really push and be a competitive team in the East. Like, they have everything. I would really like to have our first member. and for y'all to become members just in general. So, yeah. Back to the video. Let's go ahead and talk about the reserves. Let's go ahead and head back to the West. Devin Booker, Steph, AD, Anthony Edwards, Paul George, Kawhi, and Karl Anthony Towns for sure. Well, we're missing James Harden, I think. I'll check out his stats in a second. And I think that's it from the West, if I'm not mistaken. I do think that just him. My bad, y'all. I'm trying to make sure. Yeah, I think it is really just James Harden that is missing. I don't understand the whole, like, of course, you got to be voted, but what else goes into that? I think the Kings should have somebody. Yeah, De'Aaron Fox is averaging 27. Maybe De'Aaron Fox. I think he could be a possibility. I don't know who they could drop. I think they should drop Karl Anthony Towns because I'm a hater. But, yeah, I think for sure James Harden is missing, and possible De'Aaron Fox missing. Now, I do want to talk about Steph and AD, and then I'll also check out the James Harden stats. I'm pretty sure everybody used to him being a starter, but his numbers are down. Not significantly, but you really do notice. He's averaging 27.4, excuse me. Shooting 41% from three. He shorted down 2% here. He's shooting about the same amount of three-pointers and attempts and all that other shit. He's up on his free throws, so I was capping. But down on rebounds, down on assists, turnovers sort of staying the same. Everything else is sort of the same. But you're seeing points, rebounds, assists. I don't really talk about plus minus a lot because I feel like it's a boring kid stat who doesn't watch basketball type stat. But the plus minus is sort of lacking here. Percentages down. I just think he shouldn't be a starter. I think he's playing decent. I do think that Warriors team is playing better since Draymond got back. That's just Draymond being Draymond. And I think that Steph is just going to continue to play better. And I think that you don't want to play 4 games in a row against the Warriors. You just don't, because you never know who's going to go off. I think Clay has a vendetta. So I think we're due for a good playoff, either series or play-in game from Clay. And I think that they're going to try to make a move during the trade deadline. I think they need to find a big and someone who can create for themselves. They have Corey Joseph on their team. I'm sure they can figure something out. AD, he's been playing really well. I hate that he isn't a starter, but I agree with it. I mean, if this was any other year, I think that this is quality big man numbers. And he's playing. He hasn't been injured that often. Usually we'd have him out for maybe 3 months by now at some point. But I like AD. I think he's been playing well. I think he has a lot of he's a lot of energy. He's playing harder. He's being more aggressive. He's hitting shots. He's not taking that many threes. Why the fuck am I on preseason? That's why I was so thrown off. I was like, why the fuck is he averaging 14? But he's averaging about the same amount of points, off by maybe Still about the same, honestly. Shooting less threes, and he's hitting them. Well, he's actually shooting. Yeah, he's shooting less threes by like 0.1. So, but he's making them. Like the ones he does shoot, he actually makes them. He's up by quite a bit here. He was 26, now he's 32. Me rounding up. But defensively and rebounding, I've seen him being active on that. Very, very active. 12 rebounds a game, 3 of them offensive, sort of like he did last year. But he's always been a solid rebounder, but you're seeing the impact more in the game, I think. I think that this should be up, honestly. I could see that being 14. Because of how many tips he had, his good boxing out, his energy he brings to the rebounding. I think that should be up, but of course, if they don't count tips and a little small stuff like that. But I feel like he's doing more than 12 a game. I feel like he's rebounding better than last year, but I also think he is taking better shots. His percentage is about the same, but his shots are more post play in the paint. He's attacking more so inside of the 3-point line. He's not really pulling up from 3 as much. So his decision making is better in my opinion. His blocks are up, his steals are up slightly. So yeah, I like what Anthony Davis is doing, and you see what I'm talking about. Of course, we're sort of midway in the season, but negative plus minus, and he's literally carrying the Lakers. Okay, bro. But yeah, so those are my thoughts on those two. I really wanted to highlight those two for sure, and I want to highlight James Harden because I think he should be. Yeah, well, he's averaging 17. Okay, I guess I'm tripping. 9 assists. I guess since everyone's averaging fucking 25 now, I really didn't think he would be averaging 16. He's a very important piece to the Clippers, but I guess they already have 2 reps in there. So yeah, I was wrong, but I feel like everyone's averaging 25 now, so I don't fucking know. Let's go ahead and head to the East. Paulo, he's been playing great. Jaylen Brown, you still ain't got no left hand, but you did drop 77, so shout out to you. Jalen Brunson, I think you should be starting. Tyrese Maxey, you and Joel Embiid will be the duo for the 76ers. This could last a couple years, so this is your chance to really push for the playoffs. Push and this should be championship. You should be trying to push for the championship, and I think you guys have the team for it. But I think it does really rely on you mostly, and of course Joel Embiid. But they moved James Harden for you, so you gotta be hooping. Donovan Mitchell, I already talked about the Cavs, but I really like Donovan Mitchell. He's been playing well. Very athletic guard. Future Laker, I could see it. Julius Randle, even though he plays like a high schooler, I like how he's playing. He's hitting those high school little push floater shits. He's hitting them. So I really can't complain. And the Knicks are playing decent. I like how the Knicks are playing. Jalen Brunson brought something else. Julius Randle's playing better. I like the Knicks. And Bam Adebayo, I still think that this Heat team is really, really disgusting. I like them a lot. They just added Terry Rozier to that Heat squad. He is instant offense. He'll play really good off of Jimmy Butler for sure. And Bam can sort of take it easy on the offensive end. You can just get the rebound and kick out. You have someone who can hit that catch and three. You can have someone who can create. I wish the Lakers got him because that's what. There's a lot of stuff in the market right now that is very, very valuable, and I don't think that the Lakers are going to get them, of course. But I think because of how Joel Embiid, Jokic, and Paulo, Giannis are playing, you need big men who can defend, and then you also need people who can like create now. If you can get past the big men, because Giannis, Victor Wembanyama, he's playing like the small forward. So just imagine in 2 years when this nigga's playing the 2 guard, and then you're a 6'2", 6'3", 2 guard, so you need to find a way to create and get by your man. So you need that now. That is going to be even more important now. You have Paulo, he's 6'10", and he sort of plays like a young LeBron. I do think he will like develop to be more guard-esque, I think. Even in the game right now, like you see his playmaking, like you see his scoring, you see his IQ, you see his cuts. He plays like LeBron. And I can also see him trying to adopt that that ball handling and also learning to play that guard position. Maybe not the 2, but definitely a like 3. I do think he plays the 4 currently and maybe sub in on 3, but I could see once that Magic team gets more players, because I think that this team is going to be great because of this guy. He's going to move to the forward, and I think they're going to have another power forward there. So, and a defending center. I think that's needed now more than ever. You got, I think I already said this, but you already got Joel Embiid, Jokic, Sengun, and Houston. Yeah, so I was missing something or somebody. The dude from the Grizzlies, Jackson Jr. I can't think of his name right now, but yeah, he plays well and can score. Sabonis, he doesn't really do a lot of offensive scoring, but you still need someone who can move with him and get in his way. So that's why Bam is really great. I think Andre Drummond is still on the market. Clint Capella, I believe, is also on the market. So I think teams need to be trying to shoot for that. But those are my thoughts on this roster, and I threw in a little bit of extra stuff there. Again, I like the roster. I do think that they're missing. Why didn't I mention Trae Young? I guess he's not playing that well. What is Trae Young even averaging, bro? I know averages aren't all the way important, but what's his name? 27 and 11, and he's not in the playoff. I mean, the All-Star game. I mean, he plays great. Like, don't get me wrong. He got 32. Damn, he got 30. Damn, 30. All right. What's his shooting percentage? Let me figure this shit out, because I don't understand why. I mean, that there's not a lot of wiggle room in the East or the West just in general, but damn, he's shooting the exact same percentage. That's wild. Well, he's shooting the 3 better. His assists are up. His rebounds are the same. Steals are up. Block is up slightly. I don't understand. He's shooting more threes, but he's making them more. I can see next year he'll be at 40%. All right, whatever. I think he should be in. But who do you drop? Yeah, I guess it's tight. I think someone's gonna get hurt though. All right, that's fucked up. All right, well, I'll see you guys later. Peace.